Champions League at Qarabag FK vs Lincoln Red Imps, prediction, team news, lineups, preview, and the second leg of the Champions League's second qualifying round. Misli Premier League champions Qarabag FK are set to host Lincoln Red Imps at the Tofiq Bahramov Republican Stadium on Tuesday. The home side have a 2-goal advantage heading into the second leg after winning 2-0 against Gibraltar's top-flight champions at Victoria Stadium last week on July 23. Match preview: the hosts defeated Lincoln 2-0 last week thanks to a goal from Juninho Vieira just before halftime, and a second from Tofiq Bahramov in the 75th minute. Qarabag dominated for prolonged spells of the first leg and had 66% possession, as well as 7 shots on target from their 11 efforts. If the Blue and Whites can progress into the third qualifying round, then they will have made it further this season in the Champions League qualifiers than they did last term, when they were eliminated at the second stage by Rakow Częstochowa 4-3 on aggregate. However, in order to reach the group stage of the Champions League, they will still have to win 2 further ties, something they have not done since the 2017-18 season. During that qualifying campaign, Qarabag beat Samtredia, Sheriff Tiraspol and Copenhagen, but were ultimately eliminated from the group stage after finishing in last place. Manager Gurban Gurbanov will be confident of advancing into the third qualifying round considering his side have not lost a competitive home match by 2 or more goals since they lost 3-0 to Marseille in the Europa Conference League's round of 32 on February 24. 2022, opponents Lincoln Red Imps have not made it to the group stage of any European competition barring the 2021-22 iteration of the Conference League. The Red Imps' 2-0 loss against Qarabag was the first time they had conceded at least twice since their 8-2 win against Glassy United on April 2, with 17 matches in between. Lincoln only managed to produce 3 attempts in the first leg, and only 2 efforts on target. Manager Javier Muñoz Arévalo's side also faced Qarabag in the first qualifying round of last season's Champions League, and lost 6-1 on aggregate. The Red Imps' fortunes in domestic football have been far better than in Europe, as demonstrated by the fact they have won 21 of the 24 league titles available since the 2000-2001 season. In fact, the visitors still hold Europe's longest unbeaten league run, having avoided defeat in 88 consecutive top-flight matches between May 2009 and September 2014. In team news, the hosts' dominance in last week's first leg was so great that Gurbanov did not use any of his substitutions until the 83rd minute. As such, it would not be surprising to see the Qarabag boss field a similar starting 11, with the likes of Kevin Medina and Balo Mustafazadeh retaining their place in front of goalkeeper Fabijan Buntic. Given the visitors' 2-0 deficit, they will likely need to force the issue at some point in the second leg. Expect Lincoln manager Arévalo to field a similar starting 11 in the first half, though he could make several changes if the scoreline has not been reduced. Forwards Kike Gomez and Victor Villacanas Morales came on with just under 25 minutes left of regular time in the first leg, but they could be in line for a longer spell on the pitch in Tuesday's clash. Defender Dan Bent, who was sent off for violent conduct in the second leg of Lincoln's first qualifying round against Hamrun Spartans, remains suspended. Qarabag FK possible starting lineup: Buntic, Bahramov, Mustafazadeh, Medina, Basavic, Yankovic, Benzia, Romeo, Zubir, Vieira, Andrade. Lincoln Red Imps possible starting lineup: Santana, Sargent, Lopez, Nano, Bredo, Debar, Muñoz, Torilla, Joe Valerino, Tony. We say, Qarabag FK 2-0 Lincoln Red Imps. Qarabag win 4-0 on aggregate. If Qarabag's home record is any indication, then Lincoln Red Imps could struggle once again. Additionally, given the visitors must score at least twice, it would not be a surprise to see the hosts take advantage of Lincoln's desperation during a counterattack. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon for more.